On a sales call, one of the best things you can do is to shut up. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. So last month, my closing rate was over 55%, meaning I closed more than 1 out of every 2 sales calls that I had on my calendar. I did this by following this one principle and also doing a lot of the selling in my marketing as well, which I help my clients do a really good job of too. But let's get into it. The main principle is this: you should be doing about 5, maybe 10 max % of the talking and let the prospect do the rest. By doing this, you're giving them space to peel back the layers of their pain and problems. And besides, by talking too much, you're coming across as a way too salesy, and people don't like that. It's an instant turnoff and probably one of the best ways to break trust and lose the sale. But because you're kind of shoving your agenda down their throat and talking too much, you're not letting them feel like they're being understood. And when a prospect feels like they're being understood and that you're actually asking questions and listening to them, then that's when they're going to feel like a strong bond of trust with you and want to actually do business with you because they feel like you completely understand their situation. But if they don't do that, and if you're not able to kind of peel back the layers and dig a little bit deeper into their current situation and the pain and the desires for change, then they're not going to take action, because that's the main driver for action. Without a high awareness of how severe their pain and their problem really is and how badly they actually need to take action and change in order to actually get a change of results, they're never going to move forward with you. This is because the pain of parting with their money right now to solve the problem is still greater than the pain of tolerating their current situation and the pains and the problems that they're struggling with right now. And one of the best ways you can tell if you did not do a really good job of digging deep into the pain is by the end of the call, when you pitch the offer, they tell you, "Oh yeah, it sounds great. Let me get back to you." Or they're just very passively saying, "Oh no, everything sounds great. I don't have any questions. It all makes sense. Let me just kind of get back to you. I got to look at some things. I got to look at some numbers," all that usual BS, right? If somebody's telling you that, that means that their pain, their problems are not as big as they really are. What we have to do on a sales call is like help them understand and develop a perception that their pain is actually a lot worse than they might think it is right now. Because chances are they've probably been doing the same shit for a long time, getting the exact same results. And that's exactly why they're on the call with you. And that's exactly why they're stuck. They're on the call for a reason. They're trying to fix it. They're trying to solve it. Deep down, like probably one of the things, the limiting beliefs that's been holding them back is the fact that, oh, you know what? Like, if I just keep doing this, it's probably going to be different. It's probably going to change, which is completely backwards and completely broken. That's like somebody telling me that's been doing organic marketing for 6 to 12 months and they're having a hard time breaking like 10 to 20K a month, telling me, oh, well, if I just keep doing this, it's just going to get better. What are you doing? Right? You got to change the change. What got you to where you're at will probably not get you to where you want to be. You have to do something different, and you have to actually level up and improve the quality of your inputs if you want to determine the quality of your outputs, right? And increase the quality of those. So long story short, at the end of the sales call, if they don't have any questions, they tell you passively, oh, it sounds great, stuff like that. That's when you know you messed up, right? Questions are actually good, because what it does, like when somebody asks me a question, I'm like, okay, there's a little trigger. There's a little point of feedback for me, meaning that they're actually interested, meaning that I actually did a somewhat decent job of uncovering that pain and their desire, and then presenting my offer in a way where it actually seems like it will bridge that gap for them. Because when somebody asks me a question, it means that they're showing interest. It means that they're kind of like somewhat invested to some degree, which is good, right? A lot of people get questions and they're like, oh, like they didn't say yes right away. Why would you want that? You know, like I would rather have somebody make sure that it's a good fit and ask the questions that they need, because in their mind, your offer and like the solution is kind of like a puzzle. But if there's missing pieces of that puzzle and they don't ask to fill in those pieces, then they're not going to move forward, because now what they're doing is they're taking a massive risk. They're spending a lot of money. They're investing a lot of money with you for a broken puzzle that is not complete. Not many people are going to do that, right? If I go to a puzzle store to buy a puzzle, I want the whole damn thing. So I'm going to ask, if there's some pieces missing, I'm going to ask some questions, be like, and each answer I get, if it's a good answer, then it's just going to fill in the missing pieces. And that's exactly what we want. We want to give them the complete picture, the full puzzle. So if they don't ask any questions about it and they just tell you that it sounds good, that literally means that it doesn't sound good, and they're not going to do anything about it, and they're never going to come back to you. And on top of that, another really powerful part of this is when you use silence to your advantage, what it does is it completely shifts the frame. You own the frame, they're coming into your frame, and you're showing them that you're qualifying them and that, hey, you're on my call. Really just set the frame strong from the start and you hold it throughout the entire call by just asking questions, not solving their pains and their problems on the call by giving them value and, well, like to some degree, right? To some degree, you want to like help them kind of piece the puzzle together a little bit. But if you solve the problem on the call, then they're going to feel like, oh, I've got the answers I was looking for. I don't need to pay this guy money anymore because he just solved my problems. However, they might know what to do, but you sure as hell don't know how to do it or how to actually get the results you want. You're actually doing them a disservice by talking more, because it's just like shoving your agenda down their throat, which people don't want, right? That's like you trying to tell me, listen up, you should be doing this. It's like, screw off, right? Don't tell me what to do. And that's the exact kind of feeling that they get if you talk way too much. You just want to follow up with questions, ask some really good questions, have a really good flow for that, and just dig deeper. So that's it for this video. If you thought it was helpful, let me know down below in the comments. I'll try to reply to every single one. I really appreciate it. It gives me feedback on what you guys actually want more of, and whether or not these kind of videos are helpful. Hit the like button as well. Really appreciate the support. And if you got any questions, follow me over on Instagram. But if you want to learn more about kind of what I do, I've got a really great video on my channel. It's the main one on my homepage, how I made 50K in 5 weeks with a brand new coaching business, where I literally break down like my entire offer, the whole process. So that will really just kind of fill in all the blanks for you. And then if you think that I can help, or I might be able to help, it's worth a conversation, book and call down below. But other than that, have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.